Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me for this pick a card. This is going to be Spirit's advice for you. So normally how I do a pick a cards is I think of the numbers 1 through 4, and whichever number floats into my mind first is the one that I take. But we all think differently, so if you're more visual, you can look at the stones and focus on the stones, or the numbers themselves, or the colors under the numbers, and whichever one pops out to you first is the one that you should select. And if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. I will have everything time-stamped below, so as soon as you make your selection, feel free to click on your pile. If you need more time, you can also pause the video and figure out which selection is calling out to you. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I do want to thank everyone that has subscribed to my channel. Thanks so much for being with me. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you so much. I will see you in your pile selection. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 1. If you chose pile 1 or this stone, this is your message regarding Spirit's advice at this time. So I pulled some cards to try to figure out what the advice is relating to. And I feel like there's an inner child dream or something your inner child wants you to discover. They want you to kind of delve into the things that you're really curious about and what you really feel passionate about learning. And that will lead you to something to do with your life purpose. This is something that will really help you feel fulfilled within life, and your inner child really wants you to tap into the energy. So life purpose doesn't necessarily even have to be with, to do with our secular careers. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes our life purpose is things that we are set to do here, for the greater good. And so it definitely could relate to your actual career, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be something that really wants to come out from your inner child within. I remember a very long time ago, I think it was Oprah that kind of mentioned this, but kind of thinking about what we really love to do as children. Those are the passions that will stay with us forever. And so if you think back to what you really wanted to play, what you really wanted to learn about, what you really were interested in, sometimes we forget about those things that would make our inner child really happy. So think back to that time in your life when you were little and what you really, really, really wanted to play, or what you really, really, really wanted to do. Like, what naturally did you want to learn about? What naturally piqued your interests? Those things want to come back out. So your advice from Spirit is regarding something that is going to make you feel really fulfilled. Discover your life purposes, your inner child is here, and how teachable are you? So I think your inner child is crying out to learn more about something that is really interesting to you. So try to figure out what that is. It could be something very, lighthearted, or it could be something really deep. So you have to kind of go within and figure that out. But Spirit's advice to you is it's time to release negativity, and a fiery climax approaches. And then you have surrender, opportunity, and change, and the yes card, very positive energy. Sensitive emotions are here. It says times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. And then life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. So this is Spirit's advice to you. Just surrender yourself to what is coming your way. There's going to be opportunities coming your way. Kind of go with the flow. If things start to change in your life, it's going to be for the better. Yes is here. A fiery climax approaches. A personal issue reaches a resolution. So just know that whatever you're going through, you will be able to kind of get through it with Spirit's help. And at the bottom of this deck, right under that personal issue reaches a resolution, is you are good enough. Make sure you are constantly reminding yourself how special you are. This is Spirit's advice to you. This deck was what I was using for Spirit's advice. You are good enough. Don't allow negative self-talk. I just saw 333 on my camera. So look that up. That has to do with working with, the angels and spirit guides, and being on the right path, and kind of making sure that you're paying attention to, and actually because I noticed the time, make sure you're paying attention to number sequences and signs in nature, the animals that are crossing your path. Angels like to speak to us in those ways. So be open to those things because you'll be getting downloads regarding opportunities and change. And it's a positive thing. Control issues came up at the bottom of this deck. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. But I also take this as kind of go more with the flow. Don't try to control every single thing, because sometimes when we try to control things, we are missing the point of certain things. Temptation is here, and I feel like temptation, this says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever the guise. So that is true. Whatever your temptations are, you can overcome them. But also, I feel like sometimes there's a temptation to negative self-talk, and then you kind of get into a negative headspace, or you kind of feel down and sad about things. But you don't have to do that. You can release those things, surrender to the universe. Look how beautiful and peaceful this person is when you kind of surrender. Beautiful things are going to come in. Opportunities and change want to come through to you, and it's very positive for your life. Shine from within is here. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and revealing your true beauty. I'm going to get one more card. What messages want to come through? Spirit's advice for pile 1, please. Spirit's advice for pile 1 at this time. Spirit's advice for pile 1. Thank you. Unity is here. This says, you're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. That is so beautiful. Don't forget to look up 333, a spiritual number, and family and tribe was actually at the bottom of the deck. So yes, unity is going to be part of what's coming up for you. You're going to be feeling more connected to those around you. You're going to be feeling like things are starting to change in that way, and it's a beautiful thing. These are positive things that are happening, and let yourself shine. Show the world the true you. Look, I was saying that, and then I looked at this. Show the world the true you, but also become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. That's a big message, because that was coming through to me intuitively when I picked up this card, but it really says that legitimately on this card. Become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. So yes, your inner child is calling to you to discover what you're here for. This is deep, guys, and it's coming for you. This is Spirit's advice, and this is what it's regarding. How teachable are you, your inner child, and your life purpose? So those things want to come through. You're going to start feeling more connected to those around you. That's beautiful. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use the sacred bond to heal your family, your friends, and yourself. So I also feel like communication in general, just mind your words, make sure that you're thinking about things before you say them, and don't let your impulses control you. That temptation card, don't let your impulses control you, but just kind of pay attention to any negative self-talk or things that make you feel less than. Thank you so much for being here, pile 1. That was Spirit's advice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in the next video. Hello, pile number 2. Thanks so much for joining me. If you picked number 2 or this stone, this message is for you. So this is Spirit's advice. I was asking Spirit what it's relating to, what the advice is relating to, and these 2 cards came up. So you guys have some very deep wounds. It could be from childhood. It could be from past relationships. It could be from, trauma you've experienced in the past. Hole in the Soul is all about really deep wounds in your soul. And it, they stem from things like abandonment, neglect, abuse, those kinds of things. And selling out is about selling yourself short or staying in situations that don't serve you because you don't feel like you're worthy or that you can get better circumstances in your life. But those things are not true. What Spirit's advice is strength and guidance. And this is all about realizing that you shouldn't underestimate the power of your soul. You are strong and resilient, and you can rise above anything. One of Spirit's advice cards that came up was meditate and contemplate, and this is Pisces energy. So perhaps you need to go within and really meditate on the circumstances that have created the longevity of the wounds you're experiencing. I'm not saying to go back to the traumatic experiences and kind of like relive them. I'm saying go in and feel your emotions and let them work themselves out through feeling them. Pisces is about the emotion. When you think of Pisces, you think of water, you think of sensitive emotions, you think of the depths of the ocean. When you think of the depths of the ocean, think of how vast and how majestic the ocean is and how deep the emotions can run. We are extremely powerful individuals, and we are extremely deep souls. So some of you may need to kind of go within, meditate, contemplate on healing those wounds so that they don't continuously make you feel inadequate in different circumstances. It doesn't mean that not everyone that clicks on this will feel these. You won't even maybe recognize sometimes when you're doing this. It's not like you have, not everyone that clicks on this video has a self-esteem problem. This is deeper, this is different. This is like your subconscious sometimes probably creeps in and directs you in different ways, or the fear that it creates in your mind prevents you from actually stepping forward into your passions or purpose, because you have this little nagging voice that's telling you you're not good enough, you won't be able to do it, you're not letting. I just heard fear and faith. So make sure that your faith is guiding you, not your fear. Stay strong in your faith was a card that just kind of slipped out of the deck. It was just sitting on the desk. So this is definitely a very important message for you. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. And that phrase is very important. So definitely when you're making decisions, make your decisions based on faith instead of fear. Because when we make fear-based decisions, we're not making decisions based on our highest good. We're making decisions based on our fears that are in our minds or our subconscious. So you have the passion and purpose card. This was part of Spirit's advice. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. Like I said, you have that strength and guidance. You guys are very, very strong. And when I was talking about Pisces, I thought of the ocean, which it's just so deep and so vast and so majestic. There's so much that you can tap into to heal these things when you sit down and actually devote time to meditating and healing your internal soul. Whatever created the hole in the soul, and whatever creates this little niggling voice that tells you you're not good enough on occasion, or maybe perhaps often, it's going to be different for everyone. You need to kind of try to go in and fix those things. And you know why? Because you're going to be getting inspiration soon. It says, be prepared as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. You're going to be getting inspirations that will be put on your path for a reason. You're going to have this heightened intuition, be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy, and your guardian angel wants to speak with you right now. You have a very strong spirit team around you. You're going to be encouraged to kind of let go of some of that past pain in order for you to grow past it. It says the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is beautiful. Something wants to end in order to heal you so that you can step up when this inspiration comes. It says, look at the bigger picture. And journey is here. Perhaps travel will be coming up, or you'll get an invite to go somewhere, and you you should take it. It says it's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. So this is Sagittarius energy, and Sagittarius energy loves to travel, loves to explore, loves to think about the bigger picture, loves to get inspired and think of things in a very spiritual way. So this could be an actual real physical journey, or it could just be about expanding your journey here, realizing the depths of your journey, realizing what can be coming your way when you allow yourself to heal these deep wounds. You also got moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Sometimes when we have really deep wounds and we sell ourselves short in certain scenarios, we may either self-soothe or self-sabotage with things like crutches, food, substances, alcohol, anything really. But you have to really be mindful of what you're putting into your body. Treat your body like a temple. Sometimes when we don't feel worthy, we have a tendency to want to subconsciously abuse our body because we are upset with ourselves in some way. But that's why we have to go inside, stop resenting ourselves, realize the power and beauty that we possess, realize how much spirit loves us, realize how loved we are and how protected we are right now, and just go within and try to heal whatever is preventing you from allowing yourself to live your best life. Hidden depths is here. It says something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. So really go within and try to heal yourself. You have support right now that wants to heal. This is Spirit's advice to you. I'm going to pull one more Spirit advice card for you. What is Spirit's advice to pile number 2, please? Spirit's advice for pile number 2. What is Spirit's advice for pile number 2? Spirit's advice for pile number 2. Thank you, Spirit. Patience. Your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. Just be patient with yourself. Be patient with Spirit. Things are unfolding the way that they should. Just do your due diligence to heal, because when it's time and that inspiration hits, you have to be feeling good enough to step up and accept it. Accept the blessings. Accept the guidance. Know that you're good enough. Know that you're powerful enough. Know that you're strong enough to fulfill your purpose and your passions. Your guardian angels are here to support you. Stay strong in your faith. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent upon keeping a positive mindset. Thank you so much for being here, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed those messages. I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose number 3 or this beautiful stone, these are your messages. So pile number 3, when I asked Spirit what your advice was going to, this is Spirit's advice. So when I asked what the advice was going to be related to, patience and entrapment came up. So what this tells me is you are waiting for something to happen. But instead of being patient about it and being content with the time and the space that's kind of created in regards to whatever you're trying to get to, you're feeling more like it's an imprisonment or entrapped. You're feeling kind of like lonely. And what Spirit wants you to do is just have patience and sit in this beautiful peacefulness. Just know that the peacefulness is like a placeholder for what's yet to come. You are, just believe in divine timing. I want to tell you something about your spirit guides. You are getting signs and reminders from your angels, your spirit guides, loved ones in heaven. Spirit is asking you to pay attention to all the signs and the things that are coming up around you, because those are signs for you to pay attention to, there's a stronger meaning within them. So pay attention to when you are seeing feathers on the ground. Pay attention to when birds show up in special, at special times. Pay attention to number sequences that are repeating. Pay attention to animals that cross your path. Look things up. Just be very open to the signs that are coming to you, because they're all there to show you how loved and supported you are right now. And guess what? You got this signs and reminders card, and you also got nature's signs. So that is a very, very, very strong confirmation and sign in 2 different decks that is truly happening to you right now. Pay attention to numbers repeating, pay attention to animals showing up, pay attention to feathers, pennies, anything that reminds you of spirit. It's going to be different for all of you. It says, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. Your angels and spirit guides are really talking to you right now. They're they have a very strong presence in your life. I feel like this pause in whatever is happening in your life is for you to heal. Healing energy is surrounding you. It's very necessary to take time for ourselves to heal. Right now, you should be making time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. That is, and right under that is value your self-worth. This is Spirit's advice to you. You are God's precious gem. Don't feel like you're entrapped, like you're in isolation and it's something that should be stressful. Don't feel like you are, just don't get impatient. Use this patient energy and take this time to pay attention to all the beautiful signs that are around you, because they're coming in full force. You may need to forgive something in your life or forgive someone perhaps. And forgiveness is not for that other person. It's for ourselves. It allows us, it takes the burdens off of us. It allows us to move forward. It's a way to release ourselves. It's a way to move forward without the burden of carrying that pain with us. It says it's time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. So the pause in your life right now is for you to forgive something. Forgive yourself, forgive someone else. The forgiveness does not have to be spoken to that person in order for you to forgive them. The forgiveness is for your soul's own good. So healing energy is here. Please pay attention to your signs that are all around you. You definitely are getting signs and reminders that angels are near you and your loved ones in spirit are watching over you. A new romantic cycle wants to come in. And when it does, luck is on your side. You don't have to be nervous about these things. You're going through this healing process in order to value your self-worth. You are spiritually protected. Look, it's right under that. Spiritual protection is here. You are being watched over and protected. Guys, this is your 3rd message. Let me tell you something, pile 3. You are immensely protected right now. Spirit loves you so much. I'm actually getting emotional. I feel it in my throat. You guys, Spirit loves you. You're being protected. You're being watched over. Please pay attention to the signs. They're trying to give you messages. They love you so much. They want happiness for you. They want luck and new romance for you. They want you to take this time, be patient with yourself, heal yourself, forgive the things in your past that need forgiving, pay attention to the signs, and ask for help if you need it. I took all these cards because they popped out in a chunk and I just felt like I needed to take them. Ask for help if you need it. And this could be to your angels and your spirit guides, to your, the loved ones that are watching over you. Magical blessings want to come to you. Whatever you're going through, you are being assisted by magical fairy blessings. This says magical fairy blessings, but think about it. It's your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones. The fairies say you can bless others too. So once you get through this, luck will be on your side and you'll be able to even bless others. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never realized were lost. So whatever is coming, look at, I just noticed this spilled cup and this cap. So magic is coming into you guys, magic. And this might be over some lost love, some emotions that spilled out. And maybe you forgot about how deeply you can love and how gentle and loving you can be. Maybe those things were lost and now it's coming back because you're healing. It says, look in a book, whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. This reminds me of Lost and Found, you're finding and seeking. It doesn't have to be a book. Look for things around you. This just shows me that you will be able to visually see things that will help you on your path. You're getting signs and reminders. Yes, it could be in a book. Absolutely. It could be words you read. It could be words on a bus, a billboard. It could be a music, a song that starts playing. It could be anything. You're getting lots of signs. Lots of signs. Magical Gateway is the last card here. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Once you're healed, you guys are beginning new cycles. You're going through this magical gateway. Things are opening up. Luck will be on your side. The angels and spirit guides around you are guiding you. I'm going to pull one more message. What is Spirit's advice to pile number 3, please? Pile number 3, Spirit's advice. Pile number 3, what is Spirit's advice? Oh, thank you. Go. That really flipped out, so let me get it. It fell on the ground. Okay. Stand by your commitment. You're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. Each of you, this will be different for your commitments. What have you given your word on? Is this a commitment to yourself? Is this a commitment to someone else? Is this plans that you've made? Is this, a business opportunity that you've committed to? You will know what this is. You're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. And simplify your life is at the bottom of the deck. You've had so much going on that you're spread too thin. This has to change now so your vitality can recharge. Simplify your life. Focus on yourself right now. Make time for self-care. I just noticed this. Take off your mask or masks. You will be able to feel very comfortable in your own skin soon, and you'll be able to reveal your true self to the world as long as you take this time in order to heal and pay attention to all the signs, because they're leading you to something. Right under that is self-love. So pour your energy into yourself. You have beautiful new beginnings starting for you, and your spirit guides, angels, your loved ones in spirit are watching over you and helping you through this. That is such a beautiful message. I hope you enjoyed it, pile 3. I'm going to move on to, I just want to say, Reach for the Stars is here. So don't worry, you deserve the best and only the best, and this is all you should focus your attention on. You will be able to reach whatever dreams you're trying to attain. You just need to have patience with this cycle, because it has to go through in order for you to get to that space. Thank you so much, pile 3. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose number 4 or this stone, these are going to be your messages, and this is going to be Spirit's advice for you. So when I was pulling cards, I was asking what part of your life will this advice be regarding, and I got cycles and family and tribe. So this is going to be different for each of you, of course, because it's a pick a card, but this could be relating to your family cycles. This could literally be relating to generational cycles, like if you see patterns that continuously repeat themselves and themes that continuously repeat themselves in your actual family or your immediate family, like if you've started your own family, so husband, wife, love relationship, maybe you brought children into the relationship. It's going to be different for each of you, but like I said, it has something to do with the cycles in your life, and perhaps your family or the people that are really close to you, or generations, ancestors, grandparents, if you see things that are repeating. So the advice is basically, you guys are going to be able to break the chains. When I was pulling these cards, guys, this is going to date me. I don't think this song came, well, I don't know. It's an older song, and the songs that come to my mind tend to be songs that I heard in my childhood, and my family growing up liked country music. So look up Patty Loveless, Chains. I'm not laughing because this is a serious matter. I'm just laughing because I don't want to date myself. And when you guys look at that song, you're going to laugh, I think, just because it's an older song. But I definitely heard that song, guys. And I truly don't mean to laugh because this is a serious situation. I'm just laughing because I don't want to date myself and I'm being exposed here. Anyway, so I feel like whatever's going on. So I think Patty Loveless's song was about a love relationship that she felt chained to. So that could be the circumstance. Sometimes when we get into love relationships, if we start a family with someone, we do feel chained to that person. It could also be about a little bit of codependence, perhaps. You will know what it is. What the advice is regarding is any cycles that you see repeating in your life, either repeating in your life, repeating in your relationships, or repeating in your actual family, like your ancestors, your grandparents, your parents, just, those kinds of cycles. But here's what I want to say about it. You guys are able to break the chains no matter what the circumstances were for you. The song's lyrics came to me breaking the chains. Okay? So I don't know why that song came up necessarily, because I think it says like something like shackles and chains, but I guess it has to do with something about being chained to the cycles that are continuously going, or, feeling a little bit codependent in a relationship, perhaps. Like I said, it will be different for all of you. Here's the advice though. You guys are very spiritual. If you weren't, you wouldn't be on this channel. Your spiritual growth is at an all-time high right now. You're going to be growing at leaps and bounds. You are able to understand things now that you didn't in the past because of your spiritual growth. This composure card has to do with trying to stay, composed, basically, because this is a time to kind of step back, assess the situation, take a deep breath. This card basically kind of signals that there may be a buildup of frustration and annoyances in your life at this time. And we're all, passionate, loving beings, So sometimes when we get in circumstances that really frustrate us, there's a warrior inside us that kind of wants to come out. So this is about keeping calm, keeping your composure. The way he's sitting, it reminds me of meditating. The tree of wisdom is beneath cycles, and to me, trees are about family lineage, or think about the tree of life. That's what it reminds me of, like the roots we put down, the trees, the fruit of our trees. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree just came to my mind. So things that we watch and pick up, patterns that we see in our families, those kinds of things. Pay attention to what those cycles are. Really pay attention. Spirit wants you to pay attention. There may be some kind of, it says here, a fiery climax approaches. And that's kind of confirmed in this card, but make sure you keep your composure. Keep level-headed. Keep your composure. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So yes, there's going to be a climax, but remember that is going to end a cycle. And what I want to tell you guys is you guys are such spiritual beings and so enlightened because of the spiritual work that you do and that you know about, and these types of videos that you watch, and the types of things that you allow yourself to absorb, is what I just heard. Just absorb the knowledge. You are very spiritually protected, and because of your knowledge, it's also part of a protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So just know that you are spiritually protected, and also you have the protection of knowledge because of your spiritual growth and the work that you've done on yourself, and the understandings that you have regarding life itself because of the spiritual work that you have done on yourself, or that you've learned about. Learning experiences here. So whenever we see cycles repeat themselves in our life, we have to realize what is the reason? What is the lesson that I'm not learning? What is the reason these keep presenting themselves to me? Usually if things repeat in ourselves, there's a lesson to be learned in them so that we can grow and mature and change the ways that we deal with things in order to have a different outcome if that's what we want. If there's a negative cycle that keeps repeating, look for the lesson in the cycle so that you can learn it and you can grow and you won't have to go through that cycle anymore. Life is kind of like a school. We have to learn. We have to go through things, and once we go through them, if they're negative, we learn to correct them. If they're positive, we learn what made it happen so that we can do it again. But when you go through cycles, if you feel like they're negative, try to make it a learning experience, grow from it, and try to change it for the future. You have the Phoenix rising here, so you guys have been through a lot. You're very strong. You have been through tumultuous situations. You have been through things that have broken you down. You are the Phoenix rising. Look at this. I mean, it's like rising from the ashes. You have the strength. That's why composure is needed, because you have a warrior within you, especially because of what you've been through. Ask and receive is here. So when you feel like you need extra support, please just reach out to your angels and your spirit guides and universe, creator, source, whatever you think is the higher being in your life, because you are spiritually protected and they want to be there for you. I want to mention also, this card came up as spiritual advice. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. If this is an individual, also try, before anything happens here, before any communications happen or the climax comes up, just keep in mind that there's a lot going on in everyone's life. It's not just ours. When we are dealing with other people, we have to think of all the layers and dimensions to the situation, because it's not just about us. We have to kind of look at things from their perspective as well in most scenarios, so that wanted to come up. And then prosperity lies ahead. So after whatever this rough cycle is, this fiery climax, prosperity lies ahead. You will be getting what you need after you get through this. So just keep that in mind, that we go through cycles. We all go through cycles, and look at right there underneath that is a new start is coming. So that's beautiful. Life is like that, just like the Wheel of Fortune. What comes up must come down. So there are cycles that are going to be happening in our lives. We will have these fiery climaxes and new beginnings, and that's part of the cycle of life. So we have to learn how to kind of navigate them, and we have to make sure that we're learning the lessons from whatever it is that's happening in our life. So pay attention to the cycles. There's a lesson to be learned in things that keep repeating themselves in your life, okay? And then if you do figure out what it is, if it's something to do with you or on your end, take charge and take action. Change the behaviors. Change what's making those cycles reappear in your life. Examine them, figure them out, use your spiritual growth, and take charge and take action. You are the creator. You are the author of your life story. You are the creator of your own life painting. You have the paintbrush. You can do this. So just make sure that you're paying attention to any cycles and know that you have the strength. You're a warrior. Keep your composure. You are very wise. The person sitting here reminds me of a very wise soul. You have the spiritual growth. You will continuously grow, and you are growing by leaps and bounds right now for sure. You're very, I want to say blessed. You're very blessed in the spiritual realms, and Spirit wants to protect you. I'm going to pull one more advice card for pile number 4. What is the advice for pile number 4? Spirit's advice for pile number 4. Spirit's advice for pile number 4. Oh, thank you. Hold on. Let's see. Become the true you. Yes, show the world who you really are. If you feel like you've been stifled in these cycles, it's time to take action and become the true you. Take action. Even though it takes courage, you have the spiritual blessings right now in order to become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. Take charge and action, and perhaps that will help you break any of these cycles that may be negative in your life. And then look at this. Your wishes are coming true. This is a beautiful message, Pile 4. Your wishes are coming true. What your heart has been longing for is getting closer each day. Just know that and smile. It says smile. Simply smile and notice the profound and healing difference it makes. So whatever this is, it may come to a fiery climax, but if it does, you have the wisdom. Look, tree wisdom is here. You have the wisdom to deal with it in a composed manner. And you are constantly growing. You are very enlightened. Spirit loves you. They want to protect you. And your wishes are coming true. Just know that after this cycle, whatever this is, a new start is coming. Prosperity lies ahead. There's beautiful things here. Your wishes are coming true. Become the true you. Take charge, take action, and your wishes are coming true. Beautiful message, Pile 4. I hope that helps you, and I hope you enjoy the message. I will talk to you soon. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to continue to grow my channel, and take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.